I'd like to introduce another function to you. And this is the function, or the concept rather, of geometric means. Now, we've heard of the expression mean before, right? We talked about arithmetic mean in a previous video. We talked about median and mode. All these are measures of central tendency, measures of the typical value within a distribution of data. So as a quick refresher, let's look at arithmetic mean. How do we calculate that? It's equal to the sum of all the values in our data set. We'll make the assumption that we have 5 values right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you divide that by the number of values in that data set. In this case, you can see we have 5 numbers here. We can use the formula count, and that will also give you 5 as the denominator. And you'll see that our calculation results in an answer of 3. If we use the function, the spreadsheet function, this would be average, and we use the data range, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the average function only requires one argument, which is the data range itself. The result will match our calculation, 3. Okay, so I'm going to put an apostrophe here so we can see the formula. Now, let's compare the arithmetic mean to the geometric mean. The geometric mean, as I mentioned, is another way, another method of understanding the typical value of a distribution, but it is calculated differently from the arithmetic mean. The way it is calculated is you begin by taking the product, not the sum, but the product of all the values here. And once you calculate the product, you're going to take the nth root of it, nth being the number of values. So in this case, we have 5 values, and we'll take the nth root. And this yields a number of 2.61. This is rounded. Now, this spreadsheet can calculate that automatically for you without you having to calculate it by the product and taking the nth root of it. You would use the function name Geomean, geometric mean. And so if we were to use that function name and highlight the range that represents your data set, it's going to exactly match your calculation, which is the nth root of the product of the values. Great. So geometric mean tends to be used more for understanding proportional growth, whether it's exponential or varying. And in more of the financial and business world where we talked about compounded growth rate, that tends to rely on the use of the geometric mean. Great. So I hope this provides a small quick introduction. I will leave the formula here for you to see how we computed the geometric mean and the average. Thanks so much for listening.